button. Hit that like button and share this video. Why does being nice get you used and abused? See, when you're nice, right? People think that you a pushover. They think that they can get anything over on you. It's crazy that people only respect ignorance. When you are ignorant to people, mean to people, they seem to show you more appreciation than if you being nice to them. It seems like it gives the people the idea to try to take advantage of you. They want to take advantage of you because you're being kind. Not appreciating that you treating them with respect and that you not being mean. It's like you can't show people your caring side because they don't value it. They take a greater value if you hold it on them for certain situations. If you are the type of person that puts your foot down. You gotta be the type of person to put your foot down. You have to. They say nice people finish last. That's what they say. And it is true to a certain extent. You gotta be the type of person to let it be known that you're not taking no stuff. If people feel they can push over on you, they gonna push over on you. You're trying to get what you can get out of life and live. And some people are miserable with themselves. So if you're a nice person and you're around somebody that's miserable with themselves, it's gonna throw your niceness off. You can try to be nice. You can try to be caring, but it's gonna throw it off because the energy that they bring in. Every energy is not good for you. You can appreciate a nice person after a nice person isn't around you no more and you around a mean person and you around ignorant people. That's when you get to appreciate when somebody was uplifting you, somebody was respecting you. And it's the people around you
US 22 west for 3/4 of a mile
that don't value you being nice and you being caring. They can't see the value. If you see ignorance, violence, those things get the most attention. Positive, happiness, they don't get the same attention. That's not exciting. It's not exciting when somebody's nice to you. It's more exciting when ignorance is involved. And hold up. Oh shit, nigga already missed the exit. Woo, I already missed it, baby. I'm about to miss it.
Take the exit toward Coonsville. In half a mile, take the I-476
Yeah.
south ramp to I-276.
But people don't respect the nice person, man. They always want to push over the nice person. The nice person gets pushed around. The person that holds it on everybody, they might not be as liked, but they get more respect. They get more respect. Because the person knows that they not taking no stuff. Hold on, let me make sure I'm on track. Make sure I'm on track. But always be yourself, though. If you a nice person, continue to be a nice person. But you can't keep dealing with the people that don't respect your niceness. If you ain't getting no respect for your niceness, you gotta remove yourself from around those situations. Stay away from those type of people. Those type of people don't deserve you. But don't change your character of being nice because you keep encountering people that have fucked up attitudes and they want to take it out on you. Go where you want it. Go where you cared about. Go where you appreciate it. Don't adapt and change your personality, especially if you know you got a nice personality and you care for others' ignorance. To surround yourself around ignorance. It can be your own family members. It can be your kids that don't appreciate your niceness. Being angry and upset is stressful. That's an everyday stress. That stress every day, taking time off your life when life is mental. This shit is all mental, man. It's not real as you think it is. It's all mental. If you upset, that's not going to change the situation. You being mad and upset, disrespectful, ignorant doesn't change the situation. I don't know if it's in the food we eat, but it's so common for us to be upset at the person that's nice to you. People be dealing with a lot of inner issues. They deal with a lot of inner issues. They deal with a lot of inner issues. People deal with a lot of inner issues. They go through things all the time. So, most of the time they take it out on somebody else. And most of the time you take it out on the person that's around you. And if the person around you is a nice person, they gonna get the shitty end of the stick. But don't lose that niceness if you're a nice person, but you keep being abused. You just gotta redirect your energy. You gotta put your energy with the right people. You gotta put your energy around the right people. And don't continue to be nice to somebody that's ignorant to you. If somebody treating you like they don't care about you, but they telling you they care about you, right? You got to take it for face value of what it is. You see that they don't care about you. You see that they don't value you, right? So you got to remove yourself. You came in this world by yourself. Sometimes people never find peace within themselves, never find happiness, never find it. Their whole existence on earth, living. But for the people that have found peace and happiness, you can't let other people steal your joy. You're not obligated to do anything for anybody, no matter what they try to tell us, that you're obligated to take care of this responsibility. No, you're not. You're obligated to making sure that you got peace and that you're happy daily. That's the obligation you got. To make sure you got peace and that you happy daily. You'll lose yourself trying to please other people. You'll lose your niceness, your happiness, trying to make sure other people are alright with the way you treat them, or they like the way you treat them. Don't lose yourself. It's a long journey in life. Life is a long journey. Well, it's a short journey, honestly. But it feels long going through the days, especially when you're going through things. We all go through things. We all have ups and downs. But surrounding yourself around peace and happiness is going to make you consume that energy. If everybody around you is upset and frustrated, and you the only one that has a sense of peace and happiness, you're going to be dragged down. It's going to drag you down. And like they say, misery loves company. Misery loves company. Miserable people, they don't want to be miserable by themselves. They usually bring the person that's happy right down with them. They usually bring the person that's happy right down to their level. You got a bubbly spirit. People don't like that. People don't like it when you got a bubbly spirit. Not all. If a person is displaying to you ignorant behavior and you have been nothing but nice to them, it's time for you to remove yourself from their life. You abusing yourself more than they're abusing you by staying in it. By staying in connection with somebody that is abusing you, but you are nothing but nice to them, you abusing yourself. Once a person starts abusing and disrespecting you, and you know you have nothing but nice to them, they'll never stop. That there is going to turn into an addiction. It's going to turn into an addiction where they're going to continue to handle you that way because they're frustrated with themselves. They're going to continue to be that way towards you because they're frustrated with themselves. They might not tell you that they're going through something, but you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to observe it. Everybody's not appreciative of people that have nice mannerisms. So when you're growing up in certain environments, you gotta have a certain kind of chip on your shoulder so that people know to leave you alone. So sometimes people don't know how to transition in those situations, knowing which people to have that energy for and which people not to have that energy for. So they have this energy all the time about them, and you wonder, like, why are you so angry? Why are you angry all the time? Because sometimes those circumstances that they live in, that they come from, mentally conditions them to be that way. You can't change nobody. A person that wants to change, they got to change themselves. That's something that they got to want to do for themselves. You can't change anybody. And sometimes when you're being nice to people that are mentally frustrated and going through something, it adds fuel to their negative side. It adds a fuel to the negative side of them. Sometimes people need a wake-up call too. Sometimes people need a wake-up call to understand that if you are helping this person and you are supportive of this person, you might got to step back and let them see something. You got to let them appreciate the situation. Let them miss what you was bringing to the table. And don't make no exceptions for family. Don't make no exceptions for family. No matter if they're your family or not. Keep yourself in good spirits and keep yourself uplifted. It's easy for somebody to bring you down to where they at in life, miserable. Because that's where a lot of people sit at. People fighting demons. Because all they know is ignorance. All they know is how to be disrespectful. Everybody ain't for you though. A lot of people surround themselves around people that really are not for you. And you don't know who's for you until you surround yourself around them. Unless you see some type of behaviors that they displayed before you surrounded yourself around them. You gotta love yourself first. The first person that you have to love is yourself. If you don't got that kind of love for yourself, you're not gonna have love for somebody else. You're gonna push back against everything. Everything and everybody, you're gonna push back against them. Not going to be able to see that it was all love, because you going through something, you dealing with some issues. Because you dealing with issues. I don't even think you can sit down and talk to somebody and get them to see your vision and your point if they mentally frustrated with life. It's a lot of people mentally frustrated with life, and they taking it out on the people around them, other people. You might get out in the store and run into somebody in the store, and you can see from their demeanor and how they address you that they going through something. And that's most of the world. Most of the world is going through something. They just here dealing with it. So you might be a person that get in the way. And you just being your old nice self. But you done bumped into somebody that's frustrated, that's dealing with some things. There's no way to do it. You can't change nobody. You can't fix nobody. Like, you just can't do nothing about certain things. You know, you can't do certain things about certain things, though. That's just how life goes, man. That's just how life goes. That's just how life goes. And you can try to say surround yourself around that think positive. But there's always that Cancer in the bunch that's miserable and trying to weigh it on you. It's always like that. It's a hell of a feeling, though, when you find that sense of peace. Sometimes you gotta let a lot of things go. You gotta get rid of a lot of situations. But don't sit there in somebody else's misery and take anything that they're dishing out to bring you down. You gotta let them be. They'll figure it out. You can't save the world. Some people think they can save everything. You can't save the world. You gotta save you. If somebody is willing to come along the journey with you, then bring them with you. But it could be a setback. You could be dealing with family, friends, relationship. The enemy could be a setback for you because they frustrated with their life. Their life ain't going the way they wanted to go. So they upset. And they're going to take that out on whoever. They're going to put their emotional stress and frustration on you because they don't know how to deal with what they're going through. And you're the nicest person. You can mean well with the situation. Do you sit there and continue to take it? No. You remove yourself. They'll see later. It'll come a time where they'll sit down and say, damn, this person was nice. This person was for me. This person was a good person. But sometimes it takes you to go about your way for a person to see that. Sometimes it takes that. You gotta ask yourself, who do you love more? Yourself or fulfilling others? That's something you gotta ask yourself. How do you deal with a person that's mentally disturbed, but you're happy? How do you deal with a person like that? How do you cope with those situations? Happiness starts within yourself and you making yourself happy. You can't plan on someone else to make you happy. That's something you got to start with yourself. You got to find you. And it seems like when you're nice, messed up situations find you. They just appear in front of you. That's because it's messed up situations everywhere. Things is messed up everywhere. People are frustrated everywhere. Everywhere. You gotta pick through. You gotta weed and see. Everybody doesn't have the ability to let go. Not everybody has the ability to let go. Sometimes you gotta have that. And if you can't let go certain things, it can cost you. It can cost you heavy. You gotta know your strengths and your weaknesses. Gotta know your strengths and your weaknesses, because we all got them. We all got strengths and we all got weaknesses. And most of the time, people that are going through something, they prey on people that are nice, but they see the weakness. They prey on that. They prey on you being nice, and your weakness somehow uplifts them by them preying on your weakness. One of them days. One of them days. There's so much frustration and aggravation in the world. It seems like majority of the people gravitate to that. There's so much frustration and aggravation in the world. it seems like majority of the people in the world gravitate to that. And I say to myself, I had to figure that out for me, about the frustration and the aggravation. I had to figure that out for me.
Stay on I-476 South.
To understand what brings me peace. There's people that go through their whole entire existence of life and don't understand what brings them peace. The whole existence of life.
Left to stay on I-476 South.
And don't understand what brings them peace.
Continue on I-476 South for 20 miles.
It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay. It is okay to enjoy things in life by yourself. Some people can't enjoy things by themselves, so they always gotta be involved with somebody, have people around them. And you never get that time to get in tune with yourself. You never get that time to really know yourself. And then you gotta fill out the people to see if this person is like good for me. Is this right for me? Family and all now. You can't make an exception because somebody's your family if you know they mean you know well. They gonna go harder than somebody you just meet as a friend because they feel that you have to deal with them. People really feel that you have to deal with them. Today is a rainy day. It's cloudy. But it's peaceful. It's peaceful. A lot of years in my life, I couldn't find peace. I really didn't understand what happiness was. Some days I might feel like I'm happy. Some days I might feel like I'm not. And it took me a long time to find the peace. It took me a long time. And for me to find peace, I had to eliminate a lot of things. I had to eliminate a lot of things to find peace. Some things I didn't want to eliminate, some things I had to eliminate. But I'm choosing my peace and my sanity over everything. You function better. When you got peace and sanity, you function totally better. Your function ain't the same when you frustrated. Your function is not the same when you're frustrated. Make sure you keep your value at the top level there is in life. Alcohol and drugs will change the way you deal with people,
There's a speed trap ahead.
your mood, how you handle situations. They will change the situation. They will change the situation. And most of the world is drinking, getting high, they on something. The chemical imbalances in us is what changes how we handle things. Most of the world is chemically dependent on something. Dealing with everyday life, dealing with situations that you don't want to deal with. But you got to deal with it. You always got to remember, if you're being mentally, physically abused by any situation, you have the right not to involve yourself with the situation. They make us think that because you family or you have kids that you have to deal with certain situations that'll bring you down. That you have to deal with certain situations that'll bring you down.
There's a speed trap ahead.
People don't understand, when you gone, everybody else that's living, they're going to continue to live. They are going to continue to live. sometimes, right, when people are nice, it frustrates some people. It frustrates because somebody else is nice and happy. As I grow and mature, right, I really try to wisely what comes out of my mouth. I think when you're young, not everybody does that. You have people that do it, but not everybody does it. So a lot of people at that stage in their life come off in a bad manner. They come off with that attitude. They come off with the attitude. Nice little ride. Nice little ride. Sometimes you need that time just to reflect. Everybody not gonna see your value. Everybody's not gonna appreciate how you coming. And you gotta understand that. You have to understand that. Frustration plays a major part in the world. Frustration. But you gotta know how to turn that niceness off and on. You can't be nice to somebody that isn't appreciative of you being nice. You can't be nice to them. No matter how nice you be to them, they gonna be themselves and be disrespectful. So you can't be nice to them. Part of life. But if you've been abused and you're a nice person and you can't seem to shake those messed up individuals, let me know what you go through in that situation. But it's your boy DZ, SBGB TV. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.